designers, welcome to Codeps Apparel. My name is Debbie Power. So in today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to take an accurate body measurement. As we all know, taking an accurate body measurement can never be overemphasized because when you don't take an accurate body measurement on your client, there's no way you can get your outfit right. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take our vertical measurement. Now from our shoulder, you place your tape at your shoulder where you're having your bone, like so. Where you're feeling your bone, place your tape and take it across to the next shoulder where you're also feeling your bone. That is your shoulder measurement. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to take our round bust measurement. Now this is the fuller part of your bust. Make sure you take your tape round through the bust, like so, like so. Make sure you take your tape round through the bust, like so. Can you see when I'm taking the tape at the back, it's across the bust um range. So make sure you take your measurement like so. The next thing you're going to do, we're going to take our under bust measurement. So you take your tape and you place it at your under bust. Make sure when you're taking your under bust, you take it firmly. So you take your under bust like so. The next thing you're going to do, we're going to take our waist measurement. Now, as you can see, I tied a rope round my customer's waist measurement. Now, how do you know your customer's waist measurement? You ask your customer to tilt a little bit, tilt a little bit. So when your customers have tilted a little bit, the place you tilted, the place you're not feeling any bone. That is your waist. So just take your tape across the waist like so. The next thing we're going to do, we are going to take our round hip measurement. Now, how do you know your round hip measurement? This is the fuller part of your customer hip. You take your tape round across the hip like so. You take your customer around the hip like so. And you see, this is the fuller part of our hip. The fuller part of our hip. Make sure your tape is going through the fuller part of our back hip to the side. Then once you have done that, make sure you take your tape down to see if it will pass through. Can you see it passes through? Then you also take your tape up again to see if it will pass through. The next we're going to do, we're going to take our bust palm measurement. What do I mean by bust palm measurement? Is simply your nipple to your nipple measurement. So now I'll take my tape and place it at my customer bust palm from one bust palm to the next bust palm. This is how you take your bust palm measurement. The next thing we're going to take our round sleeve measurement. Now, this is our arm. You're going to take the upper round sleeve measurement like so, which is our bicep. So take your customer round upper arm like so. Then you take the elbow. This is the elbow. Ask your customer to fold their hand a little bit so that by the time they put on their outfit, the sleeve will not be too tight around the elbow. So ask your customer to place their arm like this. As you can see, there's a little bit of an ease when you're measuring. The next thing we're going to take our wrist measurement. Now this is your customer's wrist where you're feeling the bone, like so. Now you take your customer wrist, like make sure it's not too tight so that by the time you make their dress, they can be able to put their wrist into their clothes and they can also bring it out. So make sure you take your customer wrist like so. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take our horizontal measurement. This is your shoulder to your bust, your shoulder to your under bust, your shoulder to your waist, your shoulder to your full length, your waist to hip. These are our horizontal measurement. So now we take our horizontal measurements. You simply place your tip at the nape of their shoulder. Now this is the nape of your shoulder. Make sure the tape is not coming down to this bone. Make sure it's closer to the neck a little bit. So place your tape at the nape of their shoulder down to their bust point like so. The next thing we do, make sure your tape is still at the nape of your shoulder, then take it through their under bust like so, then take it through their waist. Now in pattern drafting, we have the front waist length and the back waist length. Now the reason why we have front waist length and back waist length is because the front has a bust while the back does not have a bust, the back is plain. So there's a tendency that the front waist length is longer than the back waist length. So once I've taken my customer front waist length, which is 15.5, I'll go ahead and take the back waist length. I will ask my customer to turn to the back like so. Then at this place of the back, the center back of her neck where I'm feeling her bone, I'll make sure I put my tape. Then make sure you tell your customer to raise their head up. So place your tape where you're feeling the bone at the center back. Then take it down to where you are having the rope. The front waist length is 15.5, but for the back, I'm having 13.5. That is, we are having a difference of 1.5 inches. Can you see that the back waist length is shorter than the front waist length? So once you have done that, you're going to take your full length measurement. Now you ask your customer, if it's a flowing gown, just ask your customer to raise their leg up a little bit, raise the leg up a little bit. So ask your customer to raise their leg a little bit and take the tape down to the floor. Take the tape down to the floor. Let your tape touch the ground. Once you have done that, you can take your short gown measurement. Put your tape at the nape of your shoulder and ask your customer where they want their short gown to be. You can also place it at whatsoever length they want their gown to be. So the next thing you're going to do, we're going to be taking our waist to hip measurement. Now this is our waist. Just simply place your tape at where you have the rope tying around your waist and measure their waist to hip. Now how do you measure your customer waist to hip? Ask your customer to turn a little bit where you have the fuller part of the bum. Take your tape at the side and place it there, or you can as well tie a rope round their butt. Just place your tape and get the fuller part of their hip, which is she's having 7.5 inches. This is the fuller part of her hip, and this is where my tape is. My tape is around the fuller part of her hip. This is how you take your waist to hip measurement. So the next measurement you're going to be taking is our skirt measurement. You know, there are some people they normally wear their skirt at their lower waist, while some wear their skirt at their true waistline, which is this. So just ask your customer, where do you want to put on your skirt? Once they tell you, take your tape, take the rope which you tie around the waist and place it down where your customer wants her desire round waist for her skirt to be. Once you have done that, kindly take your tape and measure round it like so. Once you have make sure when you are measuring the skirt round waist, it should be very firm. Once you have done that, to get your waist to hip measurement for skirt, because waist to hip measurement for gown is different from waist to hip measurement for skirt. So simply take your tape and place it. Can you see? When she turn, I'm having 6 inches. But when we put the rope round her true waist, I was having 7.5. That's the difference of 1.5 inches. That is, our true waist is different from our low waist. There's a bit different. This is all for our tutorial on how to take an accurate body measurement. In our next video, I'll teach you how to take an accurate measurement when making a pant trouser. So if you have come this far, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like our page, subscribe to our channel so that you can get more videos on how to sew, on pattern drafting. Thank you very much. I remain your tutor, Debbie Godspower.